Hold on to your egos. We're ranking the 7 levels of Stranger Things fans. From totally clueless to full-on Hawkins superhero, this video serves up the rainbow of fandom in all its upside-down glory. You think that Demogorgons eat waffles? Everyone knows at least one person with a blank slate. And for outsiders, 11 is the one after 10. Hawkins could be a chicken, or some guy from a restaurant. The only monster they recognize is the neighbor's labradoodle dressed as a Demogorgon last Halloween. Ask them to name a character and you may get Barb sounds nice. Though Barb is a mystery, not a mascot. You're sure that Christmas lights mean that Santa is around the corner? Season talk leaves you baffled. Isn't Ahoy the detergent? If you mention Eggo waffles, some will genuinely think it's the new hip thing around. A Stranger Things marathon invite gets the polite nod, but inside you're thinking, is there cake and cream? But don't judge. Tomorrow you might binge the whole series and start arguing about Hopper's hat. You made it past the pilot, and now you're hooked enough to ask, wait, are all the bikes in Hawkins special? Or do they just come with walkie-talkies? You're figuring out the difference between a Demodog and the Demogorgon, though both still scare you more than your last math test. You know 11 likes Eggos, Joyce is perpetually stressed, and that if lights are flickering, something's about to go wrong. The extent of your knowledge is like, Dustin wears a hat, or Will gets lost a few times. You're still flinching at those monster moments. You sort of understand the group dynamics, but haven't chosen a favorite character yet. That takes a true binge. You'd lose at Hawkins trivia, but you can now call out a Barb reference without blinking. You read one fan theory online and told a friend, but you're not quite ready to join the Reddit Wildlands, or argue about Russian plot twists, yet. Now you're in it deep. The new season drops, and you set alarms and stockpile snacks. You can explain why Mike and 11 are the one true pairing in debate. Was Billy really misunderstood, or just a mullet with muscles? You get emotional when Joyce saves Will, for the 4th time. Your texts to friends include, have you seen episode 7 yet? Just trust me. You argue for the best Hawkins duo, Steve and Dustin, Nancy and Robin. You know Hopper's canon grumpiness and can recite a few classic threats. Mornings are for coffee and contemplation, on command. Your Pinterest board is rapidly filling with Stranger Things fan art, and you're this close to ordering a Scoops Ahoy sailor hat. Halloween is now a choice between retro Hawkins high or full-blown mind flayer. The Netflix continue watching button thinks you live in Hawkins. You debate the rules of the Upside Down and occasionally use Demogorgon as an insult when someone steals your fries. You speak fluent Hawkins memes. This level isn't about binge watching, it's about transforming episodes into GIFs, jokes, and group chat chaos. Your phone is a digital shrine to iconic moments. Robin's sass, Murray's conspiracy theories, Eddie Munson's legendary guitar solo, and Susie's never-ending story duet, which you've memorized for random karaoke ambushes. You've created your own viral content, like Dustin's toothless grin edited onto famous artwork, or Joyce's wall of Christmas lights photoshopped into New York Times headlines. You throw Twitter polls asking the real hard questions. Is the Mind Flayer just misunderstood? Every Stranger Things birthday is a celebration. You send Barb memes as both comforting advice and savage roasts. You share behind-the-scenes bloopers and cast interviews at lightning speed. And if someone's having a bad day, you reply with Hopper's dance or Steve's hair routines. You've got a folder full of fan cams, Max running to Kate Bush, Hopper breaking out in Russia, Murray's karate moves, and Lucas's wild basketball victory edits. And if TikTok didn't exist, you'd have invented it just to lip-sync all Nancy's looks. You rate episodes with custom emoji reviews, and you never, ever let a Scoops Troop reference pass without a fire pun or ice cream gif. When a hot theory drops, you instantly spin it into a meme, because why debate when you can roast in 5 seconds flat? Halloween means custom memes for every costume. If you ever meet someone who doesn't care about memes, you simply say, "You're not from Hawkins, are you?" Here, Stranger Things is a mystery box, and you're determined to crack it, whatever it takes. Every episode becomes a forensic investigation. You pause to zoom in on newspapers, squint at paintings, and track cryptic Morse code flashes on Joyce's lights. You've made flowcharts on villain origins, predicted Vecna from subtle foreshadowing, and declared that rat in Season 3 was definitely a Russian spy. Subreddits might be your pubs, Discord channels your living room, and YouTube breakdowns your homework. You believe nothing is accidental. Costumes hint at backstories, background songs foretell disasters. Even the timing of egos on screen means something cosmic. You've written or read entire dissertations on Steve's parenting skills, and once spent 2 hours explaining the Upside Down's time dilation at a family dinner, losing only one relative to boredom. Your bookmarks are full of Hawkins conspiracy theory threads, and you've contributed your own to the archives, hoping for a nod from the Stranger Things writing team. You debate the finer points of Vecna's transformation, and whether Eleven actually caused the pizza place to become sentient. You keep notes on mysterious Russian phone calls. You count and categorize each Demogorgon appearance for future reference. Season finales are a launchpad for your hypothesis, and hiatus is just code for "let's build a spreadsheet." You trust no one who hasn't cross-referenced character haircuts with climactic plot reveals. If you dream about HBO crossovers or Stranger Things lore being taught in schools, congratulations, this is your level. You even host Conspiracy Sundays on Zoom, where friends share charts and wild guesses and argue about the real meaning of Steve's Scoops Ahoy vest. And when the new season lands, you treat it like a science experiment, ready to analyze, theorize, and drop a 100-point essay in your group chat before breakfast.
Consider my interest piqued.
All right. For you, Hawkins and your house are in sync. Your bedroom is a Stranger Things museum, walls painted with 80s stripes, shelves lined with Funko Pops, action figures, VHS tapes, and autographed cast photos. You've 3D printed Demogorgon masks, built Christmas light message boards, and own the official D&D Stranger Things campaign. You throw Stranger Things parties with themed foods like Eggos for breakfast and hand out custom Hellfire Club t-shirts. You've convinced friends to cosplay as Scoops Ahoy staff for Comic-Con, and you own replicas of walkie-talkies used in the show. Every time Netflix releases new merch, you're first in line, or you just make your own. You even know the name of Steve's hair products, and maybe taught your younger sibling the rule of 3 for surviving Hawkins. You've met the cast at conventions and have selfie receipts to prove it. If someone calls you the Sheriff of Hawkins, you get goosebumps. Your reality is Hawkins, everything else is background noise. You quote lines in everyday conversation, correct friends if they get plot points wrong, and have a playlist entirely dedicated to Stranger Things soundtracks. You create elaborate fan fiction and post detailed breakdowns of every new episode online. Your entire social media presence is a shrine to Hawkins, and you have ongoing countdowns for teasers, cast interviews, and season debuts. You keep up with production rumors, cast birthdays, and even recipes from the Hawkins family table. You stage epic viewing marathons, produce reaction videos, and moderate fandom groups that span continents. Your knowledge wows others. You can list every time the show references Stephen King, every Dungeons & Dragons parallel, and every change in the opening credits. You feel personally responsible for the weekly trending Hawkins hashtag, and strangers DM you for advice on theorizing. You've debated with your family about whether Vecna truly became evil, and sometimes get emotional rereading your favorite fan letters. Every plot hole is a conspiracy to be solved, every minor character a reason for a deep dive video essay. Stranger Things is more real than reality, and you honestly love it that way. So, where do you fit on the rainbow scale? Do you float between levels or hold the title of Hawkins legend? Drop your comments, spark a debate, and share your badge of fandom pride. And if you enjoyed this wild ride, smash that subscribe, tag your Stranger Things squad, and get ready, because the next video might just uncover the 7 levels of Hawkins mysteries.